Alright, so just on my way back, I got one client to go see. I don't know if I'm going to be working tomorrow or Friday, I'm not sure. But I would like the ground to be not frozen. So I got my pick here to find out, because I'm going to be making a flower bed somewhere. But I have a hunch it's going to be in the shade where the ground's still ice and frozen. So it might be a week before it thaws, you know what I mean? But tonight I got to contact all my clients again. One is still gone for the season. She should be back soon, so when she's back, that pretty much kicks off the season, you know, on a weekly basis. Sometimes this won't work, sometimes it doesn't. I'm trying to honk at my buddy, right? I know you're speeding. Yeah, so I'm gonna go see about this next job. So, considering I dished out so much money today, 520 bucks on the credit card. So, but I did good. Like, maybe I'll get lucky and I'll sell those other two saws for 100 bucks as part saws. Yeah, so I'll let people know, and if they want them, you know. I mean, he didn't really look at it, but the cost to rebuild it, he told me what the cost to rebuild it would. And I told him what it was doing, and he could kind of tell that, yeah, it's probably toast. You know, so maybe it won't be, but, you know, like, yeah, I'm due for a new saw anyway, so, and a good saw. Found out, you know, they still have all the big boys in there. The 500i, the 462, the 400, the you know, the 392. They still have all those saws in there, and then of course the, you know, the 261, which is pretty good. I asked them about each saw, you know what people thought of them and stuff like that. Of course, they're always going to tell you good stuff, but you know, yeah. So, but for around here, like, I kind of know what I need, right? And a lot of guys buy a saw way too big for what they normally need. Like, you're doing brushing with a big heavy saw, no thanks. The 260, I do want something a little bit bigger than the 260, but a 260, if you can only afford one saw ever in your life, that is the saw you should get, in my opinion. It's a best all-around saw, size-wise, where you can do a lot of big stuff. Like even that big stuff over there, you could do it. It'd be a little more time consuming because you have to cut the big stumps from both ends. You know, cut it down one side, then cut it down the other. But it'll do it. You know what I mean? For as often as you do stuff that big, you're better off to have that lighter saw. You know, always work with the lightest saw you can get away with, right? I know the tough guys are like, oh no, I need all this power. You don't though. Yeah, but this saw cuts in like 0.5 of a second. It'll save me so much time. In the bush, it doesn't work like that. In the brush, the yard work, it doesn't work like that. Like it just doesn't work like that. Like, it doesn't matter how fast your saw really is in the bush because you're messing around doing so many other things. If a guy has a 500i and the other guy has a 260, who's going to cut more in the day? I don't know. I mean, my buddy with his 372 72cc saw, when we do a job, we finish at the same time. And who cuts more?